Today we're talking about being an autistic author and what that means. This is just from my perspective. So the first one is just how my writing is different. I feel like that's a good stepping stone. Um, I don't know that it is. I think a certain way, and it makes it pretty easy for me to put my stories together. Uh, and I didn't know this until I talked to my wife, but like as soon as I know a story, I know pretty much every scene that I'm writing in that story. So it's really easy. I start out with a premise, like a beginning, and I'll start writing, and the whole time I know how it's going to end, and then the journey getting there, I just know it. So I don't know if that's normal. Maybe it is, but I pretty much know everything before I get sucked into the world. Does it change as I write? A little bit, but most of it I'm just like, nope, this is how I imagined it. Boom, and it's just a matter of time. So most books that I'm writing, I could go, hey, I only got like 4 days left on this because I know exactly how many words I write a day. I know how much time it takes to write those words, and then I can tell you how many books I can write per year and how much time I would spend on it because this is how my brain works. So that's the writing side. I don't think there's anything else writing wise. Of social media wise, I don't think anyone's really noticed that much. I have a hard time looking at the camera for a long time, so my eyes wander a lot, and that makes it, I don't know, if people respond and go, oh man, he's not even giving me his full attention with these videos. And I was like, this is the best I got. And also, and I've said this in a couple videos, I mask pretty hard for all my videos because usually I look like that. I do not smile like that. I don't just sit and smile. I usually am pretty pretty stone faced, which is not great for social media, but I'm trying. Um, Another one is events. Events are really hard for me because I'm usually sick, like sick to my stomach, stressing about that because it's not a situation I want to be put in. I'm a bit of a hermit. I like being at my home. Going to an event just makes me really sick thinking about going up to it. Uh, I don't really eat a lot before. I usually cry on the way home in my car because I talked to too many people and it just like it gets to me. And usually on the way home, Emily is just like talking about good things that happened at the show, and like she's like, "It's a positive thing," and I'm just like, "It is. It's great. I love meeting people. I love just like talking to people about something that they are looking for, enjoying that kind of stuff. I like listening to people's what interests. I like learning about that kind of thing. But me, um, being in a sales environment is not something my brain will ever allow me to do. I don't believe in like it's not bragging, but self promotion is not something I feel is okay when I say it, and I don't believe sales are what's the word? I do not trust salesy people. So if I was like, you should buy my book, it's amazing, I feel like that's a lie. Not because my books aren't amazing. They're amazing to my wife and to me, but it's art, so art's subjective. And me telling you that it's amazing means that I don't value what you see in my brain. Like, I don't value yours, so I can't do that. I can't just be like, buy this book, you won't regret it. No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything like that. The last show we were at, I don't think I said anything about my books in a positive manner. I just said facts. This book is about this. If you have any questions, I will answer them. That's usually how I talk about my books. But sales pitchy, no, not for me. My wife probably will be like, you know what? You want to change your life? That's a bad impression of Emily. I can't get my voice that high, but that's what she would be like. So other than that, like there's little things that shows like I know I'm the only person that brings a rocking chair to every show with a fan, because I need that fan's noise and uh, that like feeling to like regulate me while I'm rocking in my chair like I'm 80. Um, and then I wear shades, which is not great when you're trying to talk to people because you can't really make eye contact. But my photophobia is so bad that I usually, like, even for these, I have to turn them down and turn my settings up because otherwise, light will just make me cry. And it's become pretty bad that my kids know that like daddy does not like light. So being out in the sun is not great. So there's like little things like that. Um, my wife said it would be healthy for me to talk about it with people, especially since there's so many of us that write books. And I think that's because we can write books, and this could be just for me. I'm not saying it for everybody, but my brain likes writing books because I'm writing a word. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm writing a book that makes sense in my brain, and I don't know any other way to describe that. So when people are like, "Oh, it's therapeutic," I'm just writing because I want to write something and that makes sense to me. That's it. That's why I like writing. I'm writing things that make sense. I make characters that make sense. Motivations, all that stuff makes more sense than the world we live in, and that's why I like writing books. So, yeah, hopefully this is what she wanted. This is she said this would be very healthy for me. And so far I'm learning that it's just causing anxiety. So, I'm going to stop. Hopefully I do it again. Hopefully I elaborate on some of those. I know I wanted to talk more about my writing style and what that means. Oh, I just thought of another one, so I'm going out of order. Tangents are common. Uh, I do, I do. When I'm writing, I can. Oh no, sorry. When I am, my wife reads my books back to me because I refuse to read my books again after I wrote them. Um, that's just because I'm moving on to something else. Also, I don't like listening to my voice, and when I write, I hear my voice in everything I write, and I do not like hearing my voice. It makes me very, I don't like it. So, a lot of my books I can't hear back. It's also why I don't do live readings because it makes me very uncomfortable, and I just don't like hearing my voice. But my wife reading them has worked out pretty well. Usually, I have to play like a game, like playing a game while she reads it to me, and that's how we do like our final edit. And like after we had it to the editor and everything like that, I'll play a game on my computer and she'll sit off to the side and she'll just read the book. And I don't know how this works. I don't know how my brain works. Whatever. Uh, I can tell you as she's going through it and I'm like playing a game, I will tell her what the line is actually supposed to be. If someone changed it when they were editing it, they used a different word, if they used a different tone, if they rewrote the sentence, I'll be able to tell every single line in every single one of my books if it's wrong. And I don't know how, but it's just something my brain just like alarms go off and um then I change it. But this is 9 minutes long, so this is a long time of me talking about things that I don't like talking about. So ta-da.